Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me again. Okay guys, I got a new camera for Christmas from Edwin. So I'm trying out this new camera. I'm just getting the hang of it at the moment, so please forgive me. Tell me if you think the resolution of the camera is like better as well. But please just forgive me while I get used to it. So let's talk about George Sank. Okay, George Sank is thug life. Like, I'm talking about Tupac, Biggie, okay, Big Daddy Kane. It is absolutely crazy in there. So let me tell you what happened. So as you know, I film most of my videos in advance. You're going to be watching this on Sunday, but I went to George Sank on Friday. So I went on New Year's Eve. And actually, I'd gone to Louis Vuitton, I beg your pardon, to buy some gifts for people who are close to me. And I started off at the Champs-Elysees. And so I went there, had a great experience. I have a Champs-Elysees video coming. And then I thought, let me try out an experiment. Let me go to George Sank, okay, carrying my Louis Vuitton shopping bags and see if I'm like treated better. Because, you know, obviously I'm following up about appointments. So I go there, and then when you get there, this is like what's happening, okay? You get there and there's like this security guard who lets people in one by one. They usher you in like it's a concert, except no one's singing. Okay, everyone looks miserable. So we all go in one by one, and then it's my turn, and then the security guard lets me in, and they're two like essays slash hostesses, and they're like in French, you know, like, hello, what would you like today? And I'm like, you know, I'm here to follow up about appointments. You know, I've been trying to get an appointment and I can't get one. They're like, no. So the woman, is basically, there are two women. There's one on the right and there's one on the left. And the woman on the left is one who's speaking to me. And she like looks me in my eye and she's like, you have to apply online. And you know, that's what you have to do. I was like, okay. And she's like, keep applying online. She's like, is there anything else? I was like, okay, I'd like, and this is in French. So I was like, I'd like to look at the nail polish. And then she's like, okay. So then she points me to the left-hand side. So I'm standing here, okay? So on the left-hand side, there's all the beauty products, the lipsticks, the nail varnishes, and the blushes. So she points me there, and then she takes me there, and then she goes back to continue doing the hosting with the other essay. Now, I'm milling about in the beauty section, and then, so the beauty section is like on the left, and then towards the end of that part of the left-hand side of the boutique, they're like belts and there are other bits and pieces. There's some clients there. And then I'm looking around, I'm just like looking, trying to get a feel for the boutique and to get a feel for the energy. The energy is low. Remember what I told you? I never show my feelings. I don't show my game face, okay? Even though on my channel, I would say you can tell I'm a quite sensitive person, like I am sensitive. As far as Big H is concerned, I might as well be the Sphinx, okay? Because I won't let them like see that it's like got me upset or anything. So I was like, I'm milling about then in Big H Beauty, that part of the section, and then that section of the boutique. And then I see two really interesting things happen. Because the beauty section is right next to where the hostesses, the greeters are standing. And this woman walks in. I believe she was French because she was speaking fluent French. And she was like, you know, I'm really trying to get an appointment. And the greeter slash essay on the right-hand side, she's the one who like greeted her and was like, and this is what she said in French. She said, bonjour, madame, like, avez-vous un rendez-vous? And she was like, no, I don't have I don't have an appointment, because that literally what she said was, you know, good day, madam, do you have an appointment? And she's like, no, I don't have one. And then she's like talking to her in French, telling her you have to apply online. And then she gives her this like card. I didn't get that. I was just told you have to apply online. And then I just was like, I'm going to look at things. And then that woman leaves. Then these other people come and they're speaking English and they're saying how they've been trying really hard to get an appointment, and they're told the same thing, like, no. And in English, the essay says, no, you have to apply online. Okay? Now, this is where I'm going to continue talking, but please Please do not tell me, go here, go do that, okay? Because I have been doing it. Everyone is doing it. They are enforcing it. They have dropped their hammer on us, okay? This week for New Year's, well, it's now obviously January, but they have enforced this. Like, you have to have an appointment. Those of you who've heard unicorn stories of someone being squeezed in at Sephora, you know, Pegasus is flying around with that person, okay? Okay, it's bleak. It was very bleak at George Sank. So there are lots of essays. In my opinion, there are a lot of Gen Z essays there. Like, a lot of them looked younger than me. They look very professional. So I'm milling about, and then I see silks on the right hand side of the boutique. I see silks, I see scarves. I'm like, oh, let me go look at those. Literally, I'm literally looking for, I swear, it was like literally a minute. And it was like, and then this essay says in French, like, hello, madame, like, would you like some help? I was like, and at this point, I hadn't bought anything from Big H Beauty. I was just looking. I was like, oh yeah, I'm interested in, you know, looking at some of the beauty bits. And she was like, okay, let me take you back there. So she takes me back there. I see some nice, you know, beauty bits. There's a thing that I wanted that wasn't there, because I did buy something from George Sank, but I'll unbox it when I'm back in Tanzania. It's something from Hermes Beauty though, so just letting you know that. But I tried to pick one thing, and then she's like, no, we don't have that. I'm like, okay. And then I picked something else out, because I was determined to buy something in there. So I was like, fine, let me just get something. So then we're going to the cashier, okay? And the cashier is near the silks. So I'm back where I wanted to be, because I wanted to be at the silks, okay? Because I wanted to get some footage for you guys and show some clips and stuff. But I couldn't do that because she was on my back, okay? It was just like, this woman is on my back. I'm sorry, I just have to swap my hand there. And so then we go to the cashier. The cashier is another gentleman, so it's another essay. This time it's a man. She's speaking to him in French, and then he's like, what's your name? Are you registered? No, wait, sorry. He asked me what my name was, but she also had asked me, are you registered? I said, yeah, I was registered at Sephora. And then she was like, okay, cool, what's your name? I was like, my name is super long, let me write it down for you. So I wrote my name down for them, and he literally he's typing in, before he can even do the payment, he types in my name. Okay, we're going to talk about that later on in the video, because I do think that's worth us chatting about. So I'm trying to see other parts of the boutique so I can see. There was some other like leather goods towards the end of the store. There's actually another flight of stairs, and I saw this couple who tried to go up the flight of stairs and they got checked. Okay. I was like, I am not walking up those flights of stairs and have people yell at me, okay? It's not going to happen. So, yeah, basically, you know, I was just like, okay, fine. So then I was leaving the boutique, and as I was leaving the boutique, someone else came. I was telling the hostess, like, oh, you know, I've been trying to get an appointment. They were like, let me stop you right there. Apply online. The impression that I get about George Sank is much, there's a kind of like military kind of vibe to that boutique. Sephora is very relaxed, is very low key. I think it's again because of the fact that Sephora used to be a swimming pool. They know that it's become like a tourist location in its own right, and people want to go to the boutique and take pictures. And I don't feel like that's wrong. Whereas George Sank is known as being like the boutique for locals. Many people have said that George Sank is the essays are snooty and snobby. I think what they are is their business as usual. Like, you're not gonna walk in there and browse. That's not a boutique to browse. I think if you want to browse, you can go to Sephora, because at Sephora, when Edwin and I walked in, we just walked in. Like, after we passed security and sanitized our hands, you just walked in. And then, you know, I just went to follow up about the appointment thing, and then he went to the cafe, and you just chill out and you can walk around, and they're not really like essays coming up to you that much. Once they see you like looking at something specifically, they'll approach you. And that's what happened to me at Sephora. But like, you know, at George Sank, it's like you enter, and literally there are two hostesses there to like block people from thinking they're going to walk in and run around and try and see if there are Birkins or Kellys or Constances in there, which of course they are there. So in my Facebook group, which you should join, we were discussing about how George Sank is actually allegedly like a reseller's paradise, according to one of my subscribers, Maria. And that makes sense. So that actually kind of explains why they're quite clinical in the George Sank boutique. I personally would not recommend that boutique. As I always tell you, I keep my game face on. Even if I'm upset, I'm not going to be upset in a boutique over a handbag. Okay, I always say, go back to the hotel, whinge and moan about it to me, send me a DM. In fact, go in the Facebook group and moan about it. We'll listen to you, we'll commiserate, we'll support you, but I'm never going to lose my cool in a big H boutique. I do not care, okay, what the item is. It's just not going to happen. I felt for all the people I've seen, Several, I've seen upset people, George Sank, I've seen people, stressed. I felt bad for people, So I'm going to give it one last shot on Monday, again, in my Facebook group, which you should join, linked below. In one of the posts we were discussing, like, you should, obviously today is Saturday when I'm filming this video, you should apply today for your appointment on Monday. Well, guess what? The 1st of January is New Year's Day. It's a public holiday. All of the Parisian boutiques were closed today. And guess what that means? That means the system, it's irrelevant. So you can't actually get an appointment. So if I'm successful on Monday, it will literally be by the grace of my Lord Jesus Christ at this point. So I'm going to go on Monday to FSH. I've never been there before. I've been to I've been to 2 of them now. I kind of feel like, I'm doing I'm doing this like Glamazon tour of the Parisian stores. So yeah, definitely George Sank is, to be honest with you, to be blunt, is a waste of time. I wouldn't waste any time going there at all. I don't think it's worth it. I think maybe if you're someone who loves Big H that much, might be worth you just going there to check it out. But I personally don't think it's worth it. It's not an inviting place. It's not warm. It's not friendly. Several is, at the end of the day, people kind of also overhype Several, I think, as well. Several is beautiful, like the layout of the boutique, and they seem fairly nice in there, but they are still sizing you up and down. They're looking at your outfits, absolutely. Because when I walked in there, they looked me up and down too, and then they saw the Louis Vuitton shopping bag, and then they wouldn't leave me alone. Okay, because I swear that other SA who approached me like, hello, can I help you? Like, she saw the Louis Vuitton shopping bag, and she was like, I am going to talk to this person. So what did I learn from my George Sank shopping experience? I learned that I do not ever want to have an appointment at George Sank if I'm ever going to score a bag at Big H in Paris. I learned that George Sank is not particularly inviting. I know there are going to be those who are saying, it's the Parisian boutique. Yeah, I know. Okay, I know. But I still thought, let me just go there and see what's popping. Let's see what's happening, just in case any of you maybe were interested. But that is not somewhere that I would want to have my appointment at all. I would not want to have my appointment there. Yeah, so that's pretty much it in terms of my experience. So I was speaking to one of you, and I had just said that I went to George Sank. And I'd mentioned about the fact, they did like take my name again. So I believe that they do this because they want to know your profile because of resellers. So as I was told, George Sank is like a hotspot for resellers. The essays there seem to be scanning people to read you. Like when you enter, they want to figure out, are you a reseller or not? They're trying to figure out what you are, who you are. So when they took up my details there, they saw that I had now I've kind of let the cat out of the bag. I got something from Homewares at Several. And then now they saw that I added some other bits at George Sank. So they might just be like, okay, well, she's shopping at different boutiques. Maybe she wants to buy different things. Well, for me, I want to obviously get a different experience so I can understand more about Big H. And then a benefit of that is I get to come back here to tell you guys. At the end of the day, the George Sank boutique should be avoided, in my opinion. Please don't be offended if this is your home store. It's not a personal attack on you. Don't be offended if you love the George Sank boutique. It's just my opinion based on my experience. And I wouldn't even really say I was like treated badly or anything. I think they wouldn't leave me alone. Okay, I was at the beauty section where you get ignored. The moment you leave the beauty section, you're holding the shopping bag from another brand. They're going to approach you. Do not go there with your shopping bags, okay? Because they will approach you and they won't leave you alone. It feels very military in there. It felt like a military kind of operation, but where everyone is like military and Pegasus is flying around and he's like kind of bugging the SAs to bug us kind of thing. So that was my experience there. Would I go back to George Sank? No, I wouldn't. Definitely not. I'm going to FSH on Monday. I will obviously report back. And if I'm unsuccessful at FSH, I'm letting it go. Some of you, I think, were like worried about me, like, oh, you're worried that I'm like upset. I think you should know by now, I'm never going to cry on the internet over a handbag, and I do not care how beautiful it is. It's not going to happen. Of course, you get disappointed because you're not getting the appointment. I've been trying so hard every single day to get an appointment, but the bottom line is you're going up against people who literally sit in their hotel room the whole day just applying on the online system. If you read like forums and blogs and Facebook groups, there are people who literally have gone to Sephora like 10 times or have gone to FSH like 15 times. I mean, I don't mind the game, the financial element of the game, and I'm not interested in buying resale. It's just not something I'm personally interested in. I don't mind the game. I think my issue is this almost like kind of like socially demeaning element of trying to get an appointment in Paris. As I always tell you guys, you hear these really glossy narratives of influencers getting 5 bags a year. You don't hear about how maybe some of them are buying at resale and just, saying that their store offers from Paris. You don't hear about what I have said. Like, I have gone to Sephora, I got purchase history there. I went to George Sank, I bought something there. I have been following up, I have been applying, and it hasn't happened. So I hope that my videos, if anything, please don't feel sorry for me, because I don't feel sorry for myself. I'm having such a great time in Paris, and the benefit of not getting an appointment is I've been going to other places. Been going to different Louis Vuittons. Like, Louis Vuitton has been a revelation for me. Chanel Printemps, Galerie Lafayette. I walked past the Avenue Montaigne boutique. It's been such a great trip in terms of luxury shopping. And I've seen so many cool luxury shopping things, which I'm going to tell you in a dedicated Paris luxury shopping video, where I'm going to tell you my tips and everything like that about generally shopping here, because I feel like I have a lot to offer for that, because I've learned a lot, and that's excluding big H stuff. So I think that the thing is to just enjoy it and to take it as an experience. Like, what I have learned is for next time, particularly if I'm not successful on Monday, I think for next time what I need to do is I really need to make sure that I really need to make sure that I dedicate maybe 1 or 2 days just for applying for appointments and like before traveling. But at the end of the day, as I always tell you, if it's meant to be, it will be. So I really hope that you have liked this report that I've filed for you guys about George Sank. What are your thoughts on the situation? Like I tell you guys, I don't mind the game. I don't mind that. I don't like the socially demeaning stuff of like begging the SA to fit you in and begging that. As a diplomat's daughter, that kind of strikes my heart in the middle. I struggle with that part of it, I must be honest. Okay guys, if you like what I'm doing, you know what to do. Please consider fully subscribing to my channel. A lot of you are not subscribed. Sort it out and subscribe. Hit notifications. Join the Facebook group. It's popping over there. Follow my new luxury Instagram. And yeah, follow my TikTok as well. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments or send me a DM on Instagram or an email and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. God bless. And I'll see you tomorrow in my next video.